So we are now about a hop, skip, and a jump away from the month of August, about 5 or 6 days to be exact. And with the month of August comes the start of the school year. And for a lot of you out there, you might be going into your first year of college. College is a fun, exciting time. You might be a little excited, you might be a little freaked out, but I want to talk about today the faith aspect of college. Going into college, how you can keep your faith intact, keep your faith strong as a freshman in college. Because here's the thing with college, you are moving out of the house. At least most of you, maybe you're living at home, but you're gaining a sense of independence. You're away from your parents, you're living by yourself, maybe you're off doing your college thing, and you don't have everything that you've had in your life before. You don't have your faith community that you've had before if you're going somewhere else. You don't have your parents to make you go to church on the weekend or do any kinds of things you've done with your family. It's all yours now. So here are some tips of how to go about faith-wise, keeping your faith a part of your life going into college. First thing I want to address, the culture in college, the party culture in college. A lot of the times when we think of college, we think about partying, drinking, having fun with your friends, doing that kind of thing that a lot of times goes hand in hand with the idea of college. And I'm going to tell you right now that that does not have to be a part of your college reality. Some people will do it, a lot of people will probably do it, but that does not mean that you have to do it as well. Even if, your school might be a party school, college is what you make of it. And you don't have to get involved with that kind of crowd. You don't have to do those kinds of things. So don't feel pressured to do those kinds of things because it's not 100% necessary if you don't want to. And I'll tell you right now that there are going to be a lot of people that don't do that kind of thing too. And you should feel confident enough in yourself. If you don't want to get involved in that kind of thing, find the people that don't want to do that either. Make friends with them, and you don't have to get yourself involved in partying, drinking, the kind of college culture, college atmosphere that we've come to think. Because that is definitely one way that you might fall away from your faith. If you get involved in that kind of stuff, your faith might not be as important to you, and you might make some bad decisions that don't really align with what you've been brought up, or how you've been taught to live aligned with your faith. But another way that your faith might lose importance going into college is just forgetting about it. Not putting effort into it. Not doing the things that you've always done and not putting any importance on your faith. You leaving home, maybe you forget to go to mass. Maybe you stop praying or anything. That's another way that your faith might falter in college. And that can very easily happen for a lot of people. Like we said, you got this independence. No one's going to tell you what to do. You're in charge of how you live your life. So here are some tips of how to keep your faith life strong, how to focus more on your faith going into your freshman year of college with that independence. My first tip is to find the faith community, find the faith center. So that might mean finding a church nearby, whatever church you go to, finding one nearby the campus that you can go to regularly. I know that at most colleges there is a Catholic Newman Center on campus, or there might be a church on campus. Find that, use that, go there often. Because not only is that going to be a good place for you to go to church services and all that, but there are going to be people there that are going to want to dive into their faith too and be good people for you to be around. So be friends with them too. Second tip is to develop a prayer routine. Get some kind of routine going in your day where you are regularly praying, I feel like I'm saying regularly wrong, regularly praying, reading the Bible, doing something to build your relationship with God and keeping that as a focus in your day, something that you are regularly doing. Regularly doing. And my biggest tip, the biggest thing that I recommend is finding groups, finding faith-based groups on campus. If you are at, a private faith centered school, a private school that might be a Catholic school or a Christian school or whatever, then I'm sure that they will have plenty of groups. But even at public schools, even at state schools, there will be faith-based groups. Find them, because those people are going to be focused on their faith. Those groups are going to have faith activities that can become a regular part of your week, and use those activities as a regular part of your week to remind yourself to put effort into your faith. And those things will help to strengthen you. Those people will help to strengthen you and keep your focus on what really matters. A lot of your college experience ends up being based on the people that you surround yourself with. So if you join those groups, find those faith-based groups, those faith-centered people will help you to be more faith-focused yourself, putting that effort into your faith, making good decisions, and that'll be a great environment for you that I highly recommend seeking out. And the important thing I want to say is start these things and seek these things out right away. Within the first week of being at school, find these resources, find this environment, find these people, and start whatever faith routine that you have so you can go from there. Don't wait until later on in the year to say, I'll start going to church a couple weeks in. I'm just going to try to get settled, because you might forget about it. You might fall into a routine and forget about it altogether. So make it a focus right away. Going to college is going to give you some independence that you probably have really never had before. And there will be some influence to maybe go down a different direction and maybe not put enough focus into your faith. But if you decide right away, my faith is important to me, and this is something that I want to keep central in my life. And if you seek out that community, that environment, those people that are faith-focused and are good for you, then college will be such a great spiritual growth experience, a wonderful time, and exactly what you need.